Can we please stop losing to Boston teams? It's getting really repetitive and very annoying. Raptors lose 117-108 against the Boston Celtics in Boston. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, James, you're not coming on here and freaking out about this game. Why? Well, a few things. Number one, it's a middle of January game. Am I really going to be angry about something like that? I mean, yeah, when there's games that are emotionally draining and stuff like that, and this game was. But when you take a step back and you really look at the big picture, it's a game in the middle of January. January 14th, 15th, 16th of January. And this is not going to mean jack in the middle of April. It really isn't. So yeah, Celtic fans, good job. You guys can be happy about this victory. We know the Celtics are a great home team, but we also know what their road record is. So pump the brakes a little bit there. And look, did they play a good game? Yeah. Did they shoot the three ball fantastically? Yeah. And that's the reason they won the game today. I'm not putting anything past the Boston Celtics. I'm saying they're a great basketball team at home. And they shot the three at a ridiculously good rate tonight, and the Raptors did not. That's the difference maker in my eyes in today's game. If you guys saw the on Twitter, I tweeted out if the Raptors not get their three-point shot much better heading into the second half, that they were going to lose this game today. Now, they did make some more threes, but in the end, you still shoot 7 of 29 for 24%. Yeah, that's not very good. Let's break this thing down here, guys. Let me break this thing down here. So, first things first, in the first quarter, the Raptors are out and rolling. They're shooting the ball great. Not from three, but they're making their shots. And they have a 6-point lead after one quarter of play. They did have an 11-point lead at one point in the first quarter, but you have a 6-point lead after one quarter. Fantastic. Second quarter, offense dries up like the Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert? However you want to say it. Just downright awful. Can't make a three. Can't make a shot. And the Celtics couldn't miss a shot. They win that third quarter 34-17. And the Raptors are stuck at 11 going into halftime. So then I tweet out at that one point, at that point of going into that third quarter, the Raptors had made a total of 2 threes. I think they made 7. Do the math, people. That's 5 difference. 5 times 15 points difference. It's a big, big difference in the game. The Raptors are dominating in a lot of other categories. Problem, you're not making your threes. That's an issue. You had to clean that up. They didn't really. You know, third quarter, the Raptors play some great defense, and their offense gets cooking. Kawhi Leonard starts getting juiced up. Raptors win that third quarter, 30-23, and you're only down by 4 heading into, or is it 4? Yeah, only down by 4 heading into the fourth quarter. Guys, another stat about that second quarter, the Raptors missed 10 straight shots. That can't happen. It can't happen. It did. And somehow, at that point in time, the Raptors were still only down by like 4 or 6 points, which was really crazy. But then that big run at the end just put it over the top. But in the end, you're only down by 4 going into the fourth quarter. And the bench is going to start you out there for the fourth. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is going to show us what happens in this game. And the Raptors bench actually does not do a terrible job to start the fourth quarter. You know, and they battle, they bang around, and I think they're tied or at least or down or up by 1. When the regulars guys come back, the starters come back in, and I'm like, the Raptors are in a really good spot here. Fast forward here to about 5 minutes to go. Kawhi Leonard takes a 3, knocks it down, big shot. Problem, defensive end. Everyone's flopping around. I don't know why. It's not Gordon Hayward. Al Horford's wide open from 3, and he knocks it down. So basically just traded 3 for 3, so that's really nothing. Raptors come down the floor again. Kawhi Leonard and 1. And at that point, I'm thinking, man, this guy is taking over the game. Other side of the floor, Kyrie Irving drives and 1. So all that work Kawhi Leonard is doing on the offensive floor to get your team rolling is getting totally washed on the other side. And after that, the Raptors don't really get anything going. The ball movement stops. They start losing their way offensively, and defensively they start collapsing. And like in the final 2 minutes, or at least, I mean, it was what, 1:15, 1:06 when I initially started the video. And at that point, I think the Celtics run a 9-0 run or a 7-0 run in the final 2 minutes. You got to give credit for this. They made that big punch when they needed to. And the Raptors didn't react. They didn't counterpunch. They just took blow for blow, and that was really it. And the Raptors lost by, what is that? By 9? You know what? Hard-fought game, close game. You've lost 2 very, very tight games against one of the best home teams in the NBA. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't at home the Raptors absolutely clobbered the Celtics? I'm not sure 100% if that was the case. It's been a while since we were at home against Boston. But the 2 games against Boston, you lost by 9 today, but in hindsight, it was a much closer game than that. And then you lost an overtime game where Kyrie was just a freak of nature, and he was again today. But can you expect Kyrie Irving to be like this on a day-to-day basis? I don't know. He's an amazing player. He's a world-class player. But can he do it on a day-to-day basis? I don't know. He's done it very good against the Toronto Raptors. We know that for damn sure. But when your team shoots a total of 7 for 29 from 3, 24%, and the other team knocks down double, 14 for 30, for 47%, yeah, that's not very good. And you're not going to win many games like that. Raptors only shoot 45% from the field. Celtics shoot 50%. Raptors shoot 90% from the free throw line. They shoot 85%. The Raptors did a good job at the free throw line. Rebounds were -7. However, the offensive glass was +3 in favor of the Raptors. Assists, 20. The ball gets a little stagnant. Lowry wasn't all that. I mean, look, he did a lot of great things out there, but he wasn't as dominant as we've seen him before on the defensive end and stuff like that. I thought he was all right. Raptors have 9 steals to their 6. They have 6 blocks to our 2. They have 14 turnovers. We only had the 10 turnovers, so that wasn't an issue there today. But the problem was shooting the 3. I think we can all agree with that. And when they got the punch, it was right at the very end. You know, Kyrie had a great game. I think it was like 25 points, 17 rebounds, or 18 rebounds, excuse me. But the Raptors, Kawhi Leonard with 33 points. He's now got 20 straight games of 20 or more points. He ties DeMar DeRozan and is 3 games away from Vince Carter for franchise history list. Serge Ibaka had an amazing game, guys. He was 22 points, 10 rebounds on 10 of 21 shooting. He shot a ton of shots in the game today. Lowry had 10 points, 6 boards, 7 assists. Okay, maybe not as bad as I thought, but he was 3 of 10 from the field and 1 of 5 from 3. You want to see more from Kyle Lowry on that side of the ball. Danny Green was great, 15 points, 5 rebounds. However, 6 of 15. Not very good. Norman Powell, once again, continues to show me that this guy is proven to be something special. You know, he 11 points, 1 board, 1 diamond. He was playing in the crunch minutes, 5 of 9 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. He had a couple steals in the game today. I loved what I saw from Norman Powell. Fred VanVleet, he was not good at all. He really wasn't. I didn't notice him, and when I did, it was for something bad. Like the inbound pass that got stolen away from Marcus Smart because Fred VanVleet, I don't know what it was, just a lazy pass, or he didn't get it up high enough, and Smart just like, oh, thank you very much. And that was out of a timeout, wasn't it? I don't know, something like that. He had no points, 2 dimes, 2 rebounds, 0 of 3 shooting, 0 of 2 from 3. Didn't get really anything going. Moose, with JV out, we're all talking about we need Jonas Valanciunas, we need Jonas Valanciunas. I do agree with that to a certain extent. Moose today, 15 minutes, 11 points, 9 rebounds on 4 of 6 shooting. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. I thought he did a great job, and DeLon Wright was not good again. Look, we talked about the bench being a big thing. Their bench was a lot better today. Let's go to it. Gordon Hayward with 18. Maybe they didn't go a whole lot, but they had one guy that really impacted it with Gordon Hayward, and I don't know. Powell and Moose were good, but DeLon Wright and VanVleet were absolutely nowhere to be found. So, you know, that wraps this thing up. I mean, Raptors lose and Celtics they win by 10 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Look, Raptor fans, take it for what it is. Like I said off the top, it's a game in the middle of the January. The Raptors, their next game is against Phoenix tomorrow night at home. So you get to get on the plane right back to Toronto and face a team in Phoenix who you should beat. They're 11-34. You know, you're at home. You should do a good job. And the Raptors have been pretty damn good on back-to-backs. But the question lies, will Kawhi Leonard play? He had a big workload there today. How many minutes did he have in this game today? Probably quite a few. He had 37. So I don't know if they're going to push him for that back-to-back there tomorrow. I mean, does it really matter if they do? Not really. Would it be nice to see him out there again tomorrow? Of course it would be. You want to see him out there every night if you can. But I understand if 37 minutes is a big number and they don't want to put him out there. I do understand that. You are facing Phoenix as well. And you have Phoenix, then you're at home for Memphis. Then you're at home for Sacramento. 3 straight home games against teams, in hindsight, you should beat. Sacramento, I really like the looks of that great-looking young team. And then Memphis and Phoenix, you should beat. So, guys, take this for what it is. But the good news is you don't want to dwell on it for many reasons. I'll say it again. Middle of January. Second of all, you play tomorrow. Don't worry about this game. Yeah, did you want to win the game and did it end not the way you wanted? Yeah, of course it did. But you play tomorrow, get back on the horse, and get ready for Phoenix there tomorrow night at Scotiabank Arena, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys, in hindsight, enjoyed the game overall because it was very entertaining. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys, what you think of the game. Also, I'm going to throw this in there if anybody's at the end of the video. Big turning point in the game. Offensive rebound. Marcus Smart trips up Serge Ibaka underneath the basket. Would have been an offensive rebound, and who knows what would have happened from there. But instead, they come down the floor. Jason Tatum for 3, and it flows from there. I'm not saying that should have been a foul. I mean, you guys can say what you want about it. But that was a play where I'm like, I think that should have been called, and it was a turning point. But there was a lot of other calls that went both ways. That was all over the place. That's the NBA, people. You got to learn to deal with it. And the Raptors lost today. It sucks. It hurts. But you play tomorrow night. You got to find a way to forget this one and move on to Phoenix tomorrow night. All right? So, guys, like I said, comment down below what you guys think of this game. What do you think of Kawhi's performance? What do you think of the team's performance overall? No OG in the lineup there today. Personal reasons. Obviously, no JV, and CJ Miles was out, even though good riddance. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. If you think OG would have made a huge impact on this game, I think he might have, especially for the bench unit playing defense. But again, it's a game. It is what it is, guys. Middle of January game. All right. So let me know what you guys thought about this game, this video, all that great stuff. And Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition tomorrow afternoon. Links are in the description for the podcast channel, guys, and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition. And thank God they're not playing a Boston team anytime soon. You know why? Because the Bruins, we don't play them again until possibly the playoffs. But next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, guys, is tomorrow night as they head to Tampa to take on the Lightning. Which Leafs team are we going to see? There's been lots of reports coming out today that the Leafs are willing to move Kapanen and Janssen, and we're hearing that Nikita Zaitsev won't be a Leaf by July 1st or maybe even sooner, so a lot of craziness going on around in Leafland. However, they do play tomorrow night against Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa, 7:30 puck drop there. And as for the Raptors, guys, like we said, the Leafs play tomorrow. It's a double dip of action for you guys tomorrow night as the Raptors welcome in the Phoenix Suns, as we said, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and the Phoenix Suns, who are very lonely there at 11 and 34. You got to beat that team. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if Kawhi's sitting. I don't care. The Raptors got to win tomorrow night against the Phoenix Suns at home. 7:30 tip-off, Scotiabank Arena. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you guys then.